I'll just leave it. Share the group. I don't think it's going to let me. Off post failed. I'm not allowed. Right guys, this is just a wee quick one to catch up in the lives that I've not done lately. So I was going to do a post exposure in Police Scotland there, but I can't, I'm banned still. So I have 23 hours and my free accounts are unbanned, so I'm going to pick one and stick to it, and I'm going to deactivate the other ones. Well, I don't know because they keep banning me. But 23 hours guys and I can post again. So I was going to do an exposure post like the Glasgow taxis in Police Scotland, but I can't, so I'll just do a live. And I had an idea, I'll just spin the camera in and show you, and you can screenshot for anything you want to look up, and then when I can post, I'll post them all. So quickly, I'm literally going to just tell you why we had problems with Police Scotland, and why I have problems with Police Scotland setting my boy up, and what kind of people are in their police force, right? So, you think your lanes are safe or not? So, I'll show you this first, right? I'll let you read this first. So shite. So this is Police Scotland, guys, right? Just so for the people that don't know what we're shouting about out there, the corruption and how not to trust them and whatever. This is what these awareness posts and exposures are about. It's to show you what's already out there, what they hide for you. They're in the media, but you need to go looking. And if you've got children in this country, then I think you all need to start thinking about what the hell's going on about you, right? So. Right, this is a Scotsman, right, so I'll just read it and you can screenshot it. No dismissals despite 250 sexual misconduct allegations amongst Police Scotland officers. Police Scotland faced questions about widespread accusations of sexual misconduct. It emerged that not one police officer or special constable was fired over a 4-year period. I've got the stuff for 4 years ago there. And it was 85 members in, but now it's 250. Despite almost 250 sexual misconduct accusations within the force, hundreds of cases of sexual misconduct were made against Police Scotland officers over the last 4 years, yet not one resulted in a dismissal. Shocking new figures reveal that there were 245 counts of sexual misconduct made against 166 police officers, the special constables in Scotland, but no dismissals were made. The damning statistics have been uncovered from a Freedom of Information request made by Channel 4 Dispatches programme. The damning statistics have been uncovered from a Freedom of Information... I've just read that. The findings come as part of a wider investigation into sexual misconduct in police forces across the UK, United Kingdom, in the aftermath of Sarah Everard's murder committed by serving Met officers Wayne Couzens. I'm going to just show you a headline for that, right? So at least 750 sexual misconduct crimes against UK police officers in the last 5 years. 158 Greater Manchester police officers have been accused of sexual assaults, new data shows. At least 750 allegations of sexual misconduct were made among serving police officers across Britain over 5 years. The highest number made against Greater Manchester Police. I would beg to differ, I think it's Police Scotland. So, let me go back to Police Scotland. She began keeping records, but wait there. Cops on Trial Dispatches, which airs tonight at 10 PM. When was this published, actually? This was on the 11th of October last year, right? Also investigates of domestic abuse perpetrated by police officers. Reporter Ellie Flynn speaks of Annie, the former partner of PC Fraser Ross, who served with Police Scotland and was convicted of 4 counts of, and I've not got to a bit of that, I don't think. She began keeping records and photographs with evidence when she took to the police. PC Ross avoided jail and was sentenced to a community payback order with 200 hours of unpaid, that must have been work, and 6-year non-harassment order. He resigned just a week before his sentence and kept his pension. So there's what me and Laura were talking about, right? Not only do the police in Scotland, so we've looked into, me and Laura, done hundreds of research and looked into Police Scotland, right? So not only did we find that there's hundreds of members of Police Scotland being charged with sexual offences against children, we also found that they get suspended full pay while they're being investigated, and it usually takes, in the time frame, it usually takes about around 2 years for them to get into court. So they get full pay for one of them, most of them, in fact a lot of them were 3 years. Suspended in full pay for 3 years, and then after they get charged with like paedophilia in court, Police Scotland were giving them the option to resign. They made a story when we put this out before about how they started putting them in the paper. They just started putting policy in the paper again the other week, but I couldn't find the stories. It's gone again, right? So that's why I'm putting this out there, because there's stories that like they made a scene as if no, we're not letting them have suspended full pay anymore, but they are. So they get on. So then they get to resign and become taxi drivers and shit and drive about Scotland as paedophiles, and they're all ex-members of Police Scotland. So I'm going to show you some of them, guys, right? These are in me and Laura's. Me and Laura have got a wee pedo digger, and we put like the pedos in it, the dangerous ones, the ones that are running about Glasgow basically, in Scotland, not just Glasgow, Scotland as well. So, and most of them are police and social. I've not done the social workers ones yet. I've not put them out. And SMPs, members of Scottish Parliament that are in it. So this is just to give you an idea of the corruption in our country and what our police force is getting away with. And then you wonder why we don't trust the police. So I'm going to spin this round and read some of these out to you again, right? Right, you can screenshot their faces. So Police Scotland Sergeant Anthony Kelly, 50, was convicted of possession of pictures. These are on the last 2 years, right? Not even 2 years, a year and a half. Possession of pictures of child sexual abuse and extreme pornographic images of bestiality involving very young children. He resigned from police after being caught. Police Scotland Constable Ryan David Anderson. His home was raided on intelligence. A total of 724 illegal photographs of youngsters had been downloaded, including 149 classes in Category A, many babies. So Category A is the worst form, right? Child rape. So he admitted making 3 indecent photos of a child possessing extreme pornographic images, almost a dozen featuring animals and one showing an unconscious woman being raped, one charged of disturbing in Category A image and published an obscene article discussing child abuse. Then there's Police Scotland Constable Robbie Conacher admitting accessing indecent images of children on his computer. A number of images were found, including 3 unique Category A images. Among other images found, Robert, who resigned from Police Scotland, downloaded images considered to be the worst end of the spectrum. His computer also showed he had been having horrific chats with others online, and that was all about abusing children he'd been talking about. Police Scotland Constable Liam Roberts, Edinburgh, was caught with over 200 indecent images of children. He was also found to have distributed indecent images of children online. Police Scotland Constable James Paul was caught with images of children being raped. He was suspended on full pay from his job as constable with Police Scotland before he resigned. He admitted being in possession of illegal images while working as a police officer in a role believed to involve him visiting schools on a regular basis. Done the ones, haven't I? Police Scotland Sergeant Paul Bucknell, 50, Cumbernauld, 28th of January 2020, downloading downlicensed images of children suspended in full pay and bailed. Police Scotland Stuart Galloway, 47, former CID officer and former Child Protection Unit officer. He had indecent images of children and had been hiding evidence from child abuse cases in his loft. Police Scotland Derek Kennedy, 34, Dundee, downloaded child rape videos. He had 3,000 pictures and over 18 hours of graphic video footage. 1,118 child rape videos of children from infant to 15 years, mostly Category A and bestiality, sadism, 2019. SNP Scotland Finance Minister Derek Mackay, He was caught grooming a young boy and he resigned. Labour councillor David Fagan, North Lanarkshire, Airdrie. He was a member of the Councils for Education and Social Work Committees. He was found in possession of indecent images of children. And you've seen the ones. There's another one. Oh, I'm missing some of these photos, I knew it. So, aye. Labour MP Eric Joyce, 59, Falkirk, pleaded guilty to being in possession of videos of children being raped. One of the videos was of a 12-month-old baby being raped in a Category A movie. SNP Mark John Kerr, 37, North Lanarkshire, sexual abuse charges. He sits in 7 council committees as well as a local review body, pending investigation in his own bail until July 2020. I've not looked into what's happening with him, but wait, I'll show you who he is, right? Wait, I'll show you whose pal he is. Look, Nicola Sturgeon. See him? Same guy. Same guy. Nicola Sturgeon's pal. Right, so Nicola Sturgeon, what's it saying this? This is in my wee digger. Nicola Sturgeon hugging SNP, charged with sex offences. Right, so anyway, right. So then there's Lord Granville Jenner. So that's Nicola Sturgeon, keeps paedophile pals for sure. Lord Granville Jenner, Labour peer, accused of raping a 15-year-old boy in a Holiday Inn in Glasgow the night before the boy was given evidence. His defence team took the judge and the boy... I've not got all that in there. His defence team took the judge out for dinner and they decided that under the Secrecy Acts, they decided that he couldn't be named because he's a Lord Granville Jenner. He must be involved in Dunblane, that made me think. Because how can he be protected by that otherwise, right? Because that's the only thing that's in Scotland, right? So I think he's got to be connected to Dunblane. So the boy couldn't give his name in court, so he got away with it. So, and then there's John Watt, QC's facing charges of attacking 4 children and sexually abusing them. One of the witnesses said he's part of a high-profile Scottish paedophile ring. That's him at the bottom with his mask on. He was brought back here from America. He tried to go hide. So, that's a wee bit... Oh, wait, I'll show you this, but this is what I found absolutely... Laura, wait, you hear this? I thought I was seeing things. When I was looking for the police again, then I arrived in my wee digger. There's no any more with sexual offences against children. They've stopped showing you again. But I'll find more. Because Laura's got some that I never had. Laura's got about another 5. So there's more than 11. Right, so I'll show you them. I can't believe this. Wait, hear this for a headline, right? Right, so you know about sex education and Nicola turning Scotland into fuck knows a pure absolute insane asylum. Where wee boys are allowed to be wee lasses and wee lasses are allowed to be wee boys for age 4 and use different toilets. And the sex education where they're all going to get gender transformation tablets and she's going to turn all your veins, wee boys into wee like, I swear to God, man, you've no idea what's going on in your country. So then I read this looking for Police Scotland stuff. I don't know if Laura even seen this. I'm going to leave you with this to think about, right? Do you trust the police in Scotland? Do you trust Nicola? Like, seriously, right? And I've just told you that some of them, right, you could screenshot them. I'll put them up as an exposure post when they unban me, if they don't give me another ban tomorrow. But 23 hours, we'll see. So, I was looking at stuff and this was published on the 13th of December. Well, see me, I was with my boy, right? No, well, because I would have seen this. 13th of December 2021, this was published, right? So I don't know how many would have heard this, right? Don't know how many have got to be affected by this, so it's a wee bit of a trigger warning, right? It's about rape or whatever, right? Because this is fucked up, right? So I was looking, as I said, I was looking for all the figures. How many of them was it again? So it's 250 in it now, Police Scotland officers, 750 UK officers charged with sexual misconduct charges against women, and none of them have been dismissed. So there's like potentially 750 rapist police running about out there, and you have to feel safe by the police. I don't think so. I don't feel safe when 10 of them come to my door, pedos and rapists, or the other pals. Doesn't make any difference to me. So then I was reading this, guys, like, you need to, like, I'm going to leave you on this, right? Like, you need to go look at this stuff I'm showing you, go research it if you even care about what's going on in your country. So this was just December, so when's that? Just before Christmas, right? Police Scotland are slammed after saying they will record rapists as women if the suspect identifies as a female, even if they have a penis. Right? So if the rapist goes into the police station and says, I'm not a man, I'm a woman, they're allowed to now. With all this gender bullshit that Nicola's got in the schools with our wains, not knowing if they're wee boys and they're wee lassies. Will I read that to you again? Police Scotland are slammed after saying they will record rapists as women if the suspect identifies as a female, even if they have a penis. So if he raped a woman with his penis and then says he's a woman, that's allowed to go into court? Like, is that no insanity? Detective Superintendent said the sex gender identification of individuals who come into contact with the police will be based on how they present or how they self-declare themselves, which is consistent with the values of the organisation. Police Scotland requires no evidence or certification as proof of the biological sex or gender identity other than the person's self-declaration, which is consistent with the values of the organisation. Police Scotland require no evidence. I have read that bit. Harry Potter, so this is J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling was today hit with a fresh trolling on social media after attacking Police Scotland for saying they'll record rapists as women if they identify as a female. Sharing an article about the development, she wrote, "War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. The penalised individual who raped you is a woman." Her comments, sharing, blah, blah, blah. I've read that. Her comments were a nod to George Orwell's 1984, a dystopian novel about a regime that manages to invert the truth to control its people. Rowling has repeatedly faced accusations of transphobia after she mocked an online article in June 2020, which used the words "people who menstruate" instead of "women." As former fans of yours, someone who's a long inspired, blah, blah. That's just what people have said. But fucking good on her. Because it is like 1984, my boys taught me to read that book for donkeys. What the fuck? It's bad enough they come into the schools and they're telling the Waynes that. But I'm going to show you that headline. You can take it was in the Daily Mail, right? Well seen, as I said, me and my boy were in the well, like we were busy, because I'd have seen that. Police Scotland are slammed after saying they will record rapists as women if a suspect identifies female. Whatever, right? So there you go. And then there's the next page you can screenshot. And there's the next page. But guys, honestly, look this shit up. So, that one was that's what I'm going to leave you with. I was like, so half of them are half of Police Scotland are paedophiles, half of them are rapists, and no, if your rapist goes in and goes, I raped her, but I'm a woman, that like this is the most insane thing I've heard to date yet. So I'll leave you to think about that, right?